Hello students, during the last lecture we studied the structure of the eye. In this lecture we are going to learn the structure of the ear. Ear is the phonoreceptor organ. Ear is used for the listening. You are knowing that what you are watching, lateral side to the face, is a ear pinna. It collects the sound waves and send to the auditory organ of the cerebrum. See, this is the structure of the ear. This is nothing but the ear pinna. Ear has been divided into three parts: external ear, middle ear and inner ear. External ear contains ear pinna, auditory canal and tympanic membrane. When you will write the answer, you have to remember the parts of the external ear, internal ear and middle ear. External ear consists of the ear pinna, auditory canal and tympanic membrane. This is the diagram of the internal structure of the ear or anatomy of the ear. You can clearly see the pinna here, then the auditory canal and the tympanic membrane. This auditory canal consists of the hair and the mucous glands, so that the whatever the dust particles are there in the auditory canal, they are driven away by the hair cells present over there. Tympanic membrane, it is a membranous and it is made up of connective tissue. Again, from outside it is membranous and inside it has a mucous membrane. It is very delicate membranous structure. Pinna is supported by cartilage. It leads to auditory canal. Pinna collects sound waves. Auditory canal, as I told you, it is up to the eardrum. It transfers sound waves to the eardrum. Now, important part, that is the middle ear. Middle ear, you have to remember that it consists of the ear ossicles and the eustachian tube. Ear ossicles, name of the ear ossicles are malleus or hammer, incus or anvil and stapes or stirrup. Now hammer you are knowing, incus on which the hammer is applied, and steps when someone rides on the horse. You are knowing what are the steps. Steps are the smallest bones in the body. You have to remember for the general knowledge. Steps are the smallest bones found in the ear or in the entire body. Eustachian tube runs from the middle ear to the pharynx. So what is the role of the eustachian tube? It equalizes the air pressure on both sides of the eardrum. See here, you can find these are the steps here, and the incus, malleus and steps you will find in this structure. Internal ear. Now internal ear consists of the labyrinth and vestibular apparatus. So external ear consists of the pinna, auditory canal and eardrum. Middle ear consists of the ear ossicles and eustachian tube. Now internal ear consists of the labyrinth and vestibular apparatus. Now the labyrinth. This labyrinth, it is bony as well as membranous labyrinth, and this labyrinth is filled with perilymph and endolymph respectively. The coiled portion of the labyrinth is cochlea. When you are writing the answer, you remember the word cochlea. Cochlea is the part of the labyrinth. Now what is the vestibular apparatus? Vestibular apparatus are the three semicircular canals. Cochlea. I told you that cochlea, it is the part of the vestibular apparatus. Cochlea contains fluid filled 3 chambers, and the parts of the cochlea are scala vestibuli and scala tympani. Cochlea contains fluid filled chambers, and the cochlea has 2 parts, Reisner's membrane and basilar membrane. See here in the picture, clearly you can see the cochlea. This cochlea, what did I tell you? Cochlea is the part of the labyrinth, and the semicircular canals are the parts of the vestibular apparatus. Cochlea is divided into Reisner's membrane and basilar membrane. Then in the basilar membrane, you have to remember one word, that is the organ of Corti. This organ of Corti is a pea-sized structure which is located on the basilar membrane. This organ of Corti has the hair cells. These hair cells have the microvilli over their tip, and these microvilli are called stereocilia. Cilia means hair-like structure. The microvilli of hair cells are called stereocilia, and above stereocilia there is a membrane called tectorial membrane, and this tectorial membrane above the hair cell is responsible for converting the vibrations into a nerve impulses. This slide also explains the organ of Corti. It has a sensory epithelium. Sensory cells have sensory hair. Sensory hair have microvilli called stereocilia. Stereocilia has tectorial membrane. This membrane converts sound vibration into nerve impulses. Now this picture shows cochlea. Now cochlea, then here you have to remember the word vestibule, then ampulla, then semicircular canals. I told you that internal ear is organ of the balance. Now here how it acts as a organ of equilibrium. So far we studied the internal structure of the ear. Now internal structure or inner brain has the 3 semicircular canals. These semicircular canals are filled with the fluid called endolymph. Each canal has ampulla, and this ampulla contains a sensory spot called to be the crista. And this crista, it is a sensory spot, and again the membrane has a sensory spot called to be the macula, which contains calcium carbonate and protein. This macula and crista are the receptors sensitive to the position of the head with respect to the gravity. The 3 semicircular canals are arranged such a way that movement in any plane can be detected by these cells, and the balance and the posture of the body is maintained. So sometimes when you go to the height, you feel giddiness because these endolymph into the ampulla or semicircular canals are very sensitive. Which are the sensitive spots? Crista and macula. So you feel giddiness or vomiting. Now last part is the mechanism of the hearing. Ear pinna, which is external, receives the sound waves and directs them to the eardrum. Eardrum, that is nothing but the tympanum. It is vibrated. Vibrations are amplified by the ear ossicles. Which are the ear ossicles? Incus, malleus and stapes. The ear ossicles contain the endolymph as a fluid, and this endolymph again reaches to the cochlea, and this cochlea generates waves into the endolymph. Then there is a basilar membrane. Where is the basilar membrane present? Basilar membrane is present into the cochlea. Cochlea has Reisner's membrane and basilar membrane. Basilar membrane has the hair cells. I told you that hair cells have stereocilia and tectoral membrane. So the ripples in the basilar membrane cause hair cells to press against the tectorial membrane. These generates, means all these things occurs into the cochlea. These generate nerve impulse in neurons, and these nerve impulse are sent to the auditory cortex of the cerebrum. I told you the cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. It has many areas like auditory area, visual area. So auditory cortex decodes the sound. So I shall again repeat certain things. External ear consists of the ear, auditory canal and tympanum or eardrum. Middle ear consists of the ear ossicles, malleus, incus and stapes and eustachian tube. Inner ear consists of the labyrinth and vestibular apparatus. Labyrinth is nothing but the cochlea, and the vestibular apparatus nothing but the semicircular canals. Now the questions. Draw neat label diagram of the human ear. Sectional view of the human eye. Explain anatomical structure of the eye. Explain anatomical of the structure of the human ear. So schematic diagram is expected. You just give 4 to 5 labeling, and the labeling should be clear to the organs. Thank you.